Next person might need a little bit of, different colors. You need a tomato or two, So everybody's different, but the whole thing is just don't take what they give you to be what you need. Research on everything. What is it? What the hell is this?
Right.
Because there's even types of seafood that's not good for you that, got high concentrations of iodine and other,
mercury.
Stuff, mercury in it. So you might want to stay, like you said, you want to get wild fish opposed to farm-raised fish. They got fish farms now. They not just raising cattle, and they raising fish in swimming pools, Well,
they have genetically altered fish, and they are giving the fish pellets that have genetically altered ingredients in them, or they're mixing frog genes, with chicken genes or cockroach genes, and they're putting them into the tomatoes, they're putting them into the fish, because they know that they're going to alter your DNA to the point that they will actually make your DNA replicate cancerous cells, actually shut your body down and cut your lifespan off. So I understand what you're saying about GMO foods. A lot of our people don't know that. That's why I mentioned on our show we need to know about genetically modified foods. I don't buy corn anymore. I don't eat corn anymore. I don't eat seedless grapes. I don't eat seedless watermelon because I know that it's a hybrid. So many of us, brother, we do know what time it is, and I'm trying to share that knowledge with the people. I'm glad that you called in to confirm what I was saying.
Well, see,
it's deep.
Again, y'all traumatizing this brother because this makes me live by that adage, ignorance is bliss. Because, see, when I was ignorant, I was a happy motherfucker.
Now,
then I just decided to come on Alexyss show on a Saturday, and now my local grocery store is going to be like, have you seen Ellen Curry in the grocery store? I haven't seen him. He was one of our #1 customers, and I just haven't seen his ass up in here. Oh, yes, sir. I saw him one day. He just came and bought a whole bunch of grapes, but he was like, these ain't seedless grapes, are they, motherfucker? And I was like, no, sir. He was like, yeah, they better not be. And damn, man, I can't even fucking eat no fucking corn no more. That's fucked up, man. Motherfucking people trying to...
You know for a fact that you're getting it from non-hybrid seeds that will replicate because now they've made the seeds so the seeds are suicide seeds. Once they grow, produce food, they even got corn, like he's talking about the white corn, and now they've done it, what they did to the yellow corn, now they've done it to the white corn. And you know what that means? I don't even get microwave popcorn anymore because that comes from corn. I don't, you have to watch that.
Oh, damn.
It's a whole all those type of products, what they say, the Doritos, the Tito's, all that.
Yeah.
Y'all just fucked up my weekend. God damn it.
Well, we done added a year or two to your life, though.
Man, after this show, I was going to cook some microwave popcorn. Now I got to throw that shit away. God damn it, boy. Shit. Now I just got to go out and get a fucking orange and shit. And then I got to do some research to see whose hands touched the motherfucking orange because they might have had some kind of shit they sprayed on it that gets through the peel. God damn it, boy, I tell you.
Remember when our grandma just had a little garden in the back and we thought she was crazy?
Yeah, that's funny. Both my grandmothers had a garden.
Yeah, they was in their right mind. We crazy.
My grandmother was the only woman in the ghetto in Atlanta that had a big garden on the side of the building, and she grew all of our stuff. She might get a few things to supplement, but I noticed she did not get meat from the Jewish store in the projects because I had found out. I didn't know she knew when I was a little girl, but for y'all that don't remember, back in the 50s, 60s, and 70s, in black neighborhoods, probably all around the United States, those corner supermarkets were ran by Jews, white Jews. And they would bring in some of that meat be rotten. Even in these, now the Chinese done took over where the Jews left off since they went and retired and got old and sunning in Florida. So they basically passed it out to them and the Indians. That food back in the day, my grandmother would not let us buy meat from that store. She might have got a loaf of bread, and that was it. And she never bought vegetables from that store because she knew that those Jews would sell us inferior products in the ghetto corner store. Y'all know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Wow.
They would deliberately do it because they didn't care about us. We were animals to them. So sometimes the meat be rotten. It was stale. The vegetables were half rotten. Some of the they sell you tomatoes and potatoes, and you could see rotten parts on the tomatoes and potatoes. And black folks was buying this stuff anyway because it didn't have no bus, didn't have no money, couldn't go nowhere else, and just ignorantly was eating death.
Oh, do you remember in the early 90s when they did that, I think it was on 2020, and I'm willing to say that name because this was fucked up. They had someone lying in it. Well, if I can't remember the right name, I ain't going to say the name. But there's a grocery store chain And, you know, their main customers was brothers and sisters. And they had this person, I think 2020 had this person with this, you know, one of those secret cameras come in and get hired there. They was taking spoiled meat, particularly chicken, and they was soaking in bleach so that you couldn't smell it, and they resell the shit. I was like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. So then when they got busted, you know, of course they start talking to the people. And the guys, the workers, you know, they cried innocence. They said they were just being told by management to do that. And they were like, well, why would they tell you to sell spoiled meat? I mean, why wouldn't you just get some new meat? Oh, of course, to save money. They want to save money.
Something that you can find rotten meat inside the store today. You can go and check me. You ever see now how they got the meat in the container that has the seal, but it's like a little bubble pack, like got air in it?
Oh, yeah.
It's like, you know, the meat sitting there looking all pretty, but it's wrapped in it, you know, it's an airtight package, you know, like a bubble. Yeah. That's a type of gases in there that preserves the top layer of meat to keep it from spoiling. They're putting chemicals in the gas. The gas is chemical, and they're sealing the fucking raw meat in that gas. And if you break that meat open, it's rotten on the inside. But the outside stays pretty because of the gas. Go in the supermarket right now, and you'll see the meats wrapped up in a styrofoam container, and it's sealed. You know, you can see it's air in there. It's airtight from the factory, and there's gas in there. And it's some kind of carbon monoxide gas that keeps the meat fresh.
What? But you know what somebody told me, and I tried it a couple of weeks ago. Somebody told me when you get that meat in them packs of chicken, that meat is nasty. And then I found out, too, I was listening to Alex Jones' show. Y'all need to listen to that show because you can go Google this. They spray bacteria-eating viruses on meat, anything chicken, beef, pork chops, and luncheon meat and sausages. So when you're eating that meat, you take out that pack and make you a sandwich. You're eating a whole bunch of viruses, but the virus and the FDA approved spraying these meat with viruses, virus-eating bacteria. So the viruses will eat other viruses that are already on the meat because when they slaughter the beef, they slaughter the chicken. Sometimes they might bust the intestines open so shit fly all over the meat. They might bust the bladder, urine fly all over it. And a cow might be dead and a chicken might have died from a heart attack or cancer. The cow might have cancer on it, but they're going to cut it up and you don't know that cow, you think they slaughtered that cow, or it could have been in a freezer somewhere for 2 years and then they put it in the grocery store. See, we don't know because we don't control nothing in America. We don't control the meat supply. We don't control the currency. We don't control what is delivered. We don't see things. Well, yeah, you can do Jewish and kosher stuff, too. I mean, if you go to a Jewish community and start buying it, but you know they probably going to jack the prices up when they see niggas coming in there to buy kosher shit. I mean, there's a kosher side of town in Atlanta. We can go to the north side and get kosher stuff, but a lot of black people don't know about kosher stuff. You're going to have to educate them, and many of them are so caught up on eating pig foot and scrambling pig brains with eggs for breakfast that many of them are not going to listen to you. They're not going. They in love with the pig. They fucking the pig. They got a love relationship with a damn hog that's full of worms.
Hey, Alexyss, for just assuming that we have some listeners that might not be familiar with the ins and outs of kosher meat, can you briefly explain?
Well, the little bit I know about kosher meat, and 610 can help me, is that the way that they slaughter the meat is different. They actually drain all the blood from the meat because they said you carry parasites and viruses and diseases through your blood. So they do not eat meat with blood in it.
And also, they do not eat certain parts of
the meat. No guts, no liver. They don't eat.
I think it's when the cow, might be like midway up. They don't eat nothing from the back part of the cow.
And they don't eat the eliminary organs like liver, like we were taught to eat chicken gizzards and liver and hearts and lungs and brains. Those are elimination organs. The liver and the kidneys and bladder, those are for waste, and intestines are for waste. Chitlins ain't nothing but shit sacks. And we have been taught, well, that's what they gave our people. So I understand that time our people had to survive. So they ate the guts, the brains, the hog nose, the hog feet, because they would starve. But we pass that tradition down and give black folks anything, and we will come up with a creative, ingenuitive way to make that stuff look good and taste good. We could make a way out of no way, because we're just gifted like that. So our people had waste, and they took that waste and made it a delicacy. But those are things we should not be consuming because a pig is one of the most filthiest hybrids. Y'all need to even look up that the Monsanto Corporation owns a pig. They have actually created a pig hybrid. They have created a chicken. They have even cloned humans. And y'all need to